YouTube. Catfish Terry here. Y'all, I'm going to tell you how to save you about $500. Take your kids another day to the park. If you love fishing like we do, gonna book a trip. To fish at Disney. We had a great one last year. The last spring we went out, caught 38 bass, biggest one 7 pounds, in Bay Lake, big lake, great guide fish, and he said it was at a slow period, and we caught 38 fish. So we decided to book another trip this year. It cost a little over $500, wanted a 4-hour trip. And we're staying at a Caribbean resort in Trinidad. And great people. And we first tried booking a trip to go fishing, and they said had no spots open. But they said call back every 1-2 days. So called back a couple days later. They had us a trip. And this trip was going to be out of Caribbean Resort. We thought, man, that's convenient. And asked about waters and everything, and they said your waters will run you over to Epcot and Hollywood Studio, fishing those areas. And I guess some of the water probably does, because I've seen videos fishing behind the Epcot Ball or Hollywood's Tire Terror, catching a lot of fish. So we got here and we had our trip last day on Thursday. We're leaving this morning, the last day of the trip. Excited about it again and everything. Got to going. Got down there to meet, and it was one boat sitting there at a small dock. And I knowed right off from the beginning, y'all, this was a messed up trip. Guide came up and he was negative right from the start. And I told him, I said, he said, y'all fished before anything? I said, we had a trip last year, we had good luck, caught 38 big stuff. He said, not in this lake. I knowed we was in trouble. But got Carver family over here. But knowed we was in trouble. Another thing he said, I don't know, can't believe y'all booked 4 hours. He said, normally nobody don't want no more than 2 hours. This guy wasn't a guide, y'all. And remember, a little over $500 what it cost for this trip. Wanted to take my grandson out, Carver family, Coach place. So we got in the boat. The guy had on my power pole on the pontoon, and man, that's trouble, because he never did want to get the boat out of 6-7 foot of water. He wanted to use his power pole the whole time. In this heat, you got to go deeper. But it was a miserable trip. After the first hour and a half, I was sitting on, you'll notice in my fishing video, I was sitting on the sofa, on the bench. It was miserable. The guy, he didn't know how to put you on a fish if you had to. But the bad thing about it, and this ain't Caribbean's fault, is for Disney booking this trip. But the waterway you see behind me, this had no inlets or outlets or anything. This ain't nothing but a big pond behind us at Trinidad. And it's not that deep. And we went out and fished, and we did mustered up, I think, 11 total 11 fish. I was getting them, catching them and getting them on the hook, and I hollered at my grandson, let him fight them and everything, but they was all small fish. And back in the spring last year, we was fishing shiners, and they was big shiners. This year's shiners was like guppy minnows. But I would save my $500, take the family to the park again before I would ever fish. Don't book Caribbean Lake. If you want a fishing trip, book it over at Fort Wilderness, over in that area. Make sure it's out on Bay Lake, y'all. But
everybody's got matching shirts with me. So look at my shirt. Show them the back of my shirt.
I like it,
but
boss.
save your money. That's the pond you're looking at. That's where they put you in there for $500 here at Caribbean Resort. But I will say his negativity and everything, it's not the resort's fault. I went in and talked to them, and they did give me $100 back, y'all. Because you don't need to be a guide, one, if you don't know how to guide. And two, you can't be negative right before you ever start off. And while we was out, he said, well, on our time, he said, I hate to tell y'all this, I need to run in and use the restroom. So he pulled the boat up at the dock, and he said, I got some more bad news for you. He said, you can't sit on the boat while I'm gone. Made us get off the boat. But it was a nightmare trip, y'all. And you go watch my videos. Come to Nashville. I'll put you on a lot bigger fish than what he put us on yesterday. He put us on bait fish, man. Save you $500, take family to the park. But Catfish Terry won't have been at Disney our last day. It's been an awesome trip, though, y'all. Till next time. Subscribe, hit those buttons, come hang out with Catfish. We're going to get back to Nashville. We're going to show you some real fish. Yeehaw.
Oh, the bird.
Yep.